Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting back on the F100 and we have more rust repair. I've done a good bit off camera and I'll show you that in a minute. First off, I want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, watching, liking the videos. Please like the videos, subscribe. Channel's growing. I appreciate it all. Having fun doing it. I know it's been a minute since I put out a video. My day job has gotten a little rough. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me show you what I'm getting into on this thing. I popped the windows. I popped the windshield out, got the back window out. I got a little bit of a surprise when I pulled the windshield out. We got a good bit of rust down in here, so we're gonna have to be fabricating some panels there. Also up in here, we got it. It looks like they tried to seam seal and fix this when it started rotting, but it's gotten pretty bad up in there. If you smack it, things fall out. So we'll have to take this panel right here off, which is spot welded along there. I did get us a little spot weld zip thingamabobber. As you can see, I've already kind of center punch these to get ready to do it. But we'll have to take this out, and I have to come in on this rail right here, which I don't know if you can tell from the top. I haven't really looked up there, but I'll have to cut it. And the only reason I know all this is because I've already started on the other side. Like I said, I get to working and I don't turn the camera on. I forget about it. Heck, I had the cab off last week or 2 weeks. I can't remember. We painted the firewall and whatnot. That's why the 2x4s are in there, because I lifted it from here. But we painted the underside, which is no big deal. It's not really worth videoing or anything. Anyway, back to the task at hand. This is what I've gotten to so far. Well, you can see here how bad rusted out this is. I'm gonna have to come in and cut this panel out as well. I already removed this panel, and like I said, I zipped right along the edge because the piece that goes in there, I've got right here. It goes up and goes under the actual roof of it. And of course, you got to cut this to length and whatever. I went ahead and got this piece, which is the actual roof thing. I don't think I'm going to need it for the $8 it cost. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Anyway, we got to come back. I got to come in here and file this stuff down or sand this stuff down a little bit better. You can see I kind of got carried away. Anyway, here's the panel that I cut out. You can see here how bad the rod is. Over here, it just completely went away. It's gone. And this actually sits in here like that. So, you know, when it was up in there, that's what you were looking at. Pretty rusted out piece. This was the drip rail that was attached here. Like I say, I just had to come along there and use the little Ziz wheel on it and zip it off. So that's where I'm at right now. I ran up to my local Tractor Supply, got me a piece of, I think this is 24 gauge. Piece of 24 gauge. I'm gonna have to lay it out. I also went to Harbor Freight, got me one of them little sheet metal brakes. After seeing this, I knew I was gonna have to have it. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna pick you up and over. Let's see if we can't lay this joker out. I hope everything gets in the film. We need a writing tool. Around here somewhere I've got writing tools. So I'm going to measure, and what I do know about bending sheet metal, and I'm not a big sheet metal guy, is you can lay it out, but you got to think about your order of operation. Essentially, what part are you going to bend where, when, and how? Because you don't want to bend too many and then end up not being, or you don't want to bend this part and not be able to bend this part. I don't know if that makes sense. But I got this, and we got this. And let's just jump right into it. On the outside, that's 3/4. Five-eighths. Yeah, we're gonna call that 5/8 of an inch. And I'd rather use this little device right here for my marking. It's like it's a sheet metal pencil is what it is. Well, it may not, it may not show up on this thing, so, and it won't. Back to the Sharpie. So 5/8. That's there. 5/8 there. There's that piece, that one done. And for the keen-eyed folks, you'll notice I got me a new table. I built the new table. Been needing it. It's got wheels, rolls around. It's kind of cool. Anywhoosie, now this piece here is a little more than 2 inches. But if I bend that up, bend that back, let me go look at this right quick. So this measurement right here is kind of critical, because this is where the door shuts, and this is where your seal rides. So your door has to shut in there. So we got to be fairly precise with that one. Now I'm showing 2 1/8 from there. So now I'm gonna go to the top of that line, 2 1/8. On the top of that line, 2 1/8. So that gets us that part, that part. Now we need the back. And that is 7/8, 4 5/8. Another 5/8. Let's stretch it out so we can get some. Okay, so that one, that back, bend that up, and then we got to go back again. That one looks like 3/4. Three quarters. Three-quarters of an inch. Okie dokie. So we got her all laid out. This is why it's hard to do fabrication videos, because y'all just got bored right there. It just bored you to tears. I just know. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw some excitement in it. Let's go get the piece. I'm gonna bring it over here just so I can have a looky at it. Just set it right there. And we're gonna put this in here. And that looks to be right at 90 degrees. So we're gonna pull this up into just a shade past 90. A shade more past 90. A shade more past 90. I think we got it that time. And yeah, we went past it, way past 90. Told you I'm not a sheet metal guy. I don't know nothing about it. I can't say I don't know nothing about it. Just not super good at it. That's a little better. So now I gotta make this one. That's gonna be difficult to do. I marked this on the front side. I gotta mark it on the back side. Yeah, because this has got to go back. Back to the drawing board. So what I have gotten done, what I done did here, I gotta move this mark to the back. Now we need that piece again. Because I could just take this and lay it right there like that. Yeah, man, that's right on. So I got to mark from this mark to this mark. Sharpie don't want to write. Let's get another one. Let's try this one. Okay, we got that one marked. Let's go back to the brake. Lots of back and forthing. So this should be in here. Okay, so I can give you a close-up of what I keep looking at. My line is right there. I don't know if it comes across on the camera. I can't see it on the view. But I gotta get that in just the right spot, all the way across. Then I can lock it down. Then I can bend it up. And it was about a 90-ish. And of course I overbent it again. Pretty good at the overbend. Yeah, we gotta take some of that out of there. That's looking pretty good right there, folks. We got this kind of the same, and going off the edge of the, that's pretty close to the same. See, ain't nothing to the sheet metal stuff, man. Now, this part here needs to go up. Back to the drawing board. Well, no, not the drawing board. Back to the bend over, bendy doodad, thingamy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Let me go get my piece. Like that. Okay, this is this piece, this is this piece, this is this piece. If I do that, it'll bend that. So that's correct. Let's see if we can't get this to bend to 90. We're going to stop right there. Man, that looks good. Now, this last one has to go back. So again, we got to go back over here. I'm getting my steps in. Just that. That. Just like that. We got it marked on the back. We go back to the brake. I'm gonna get some wheels for this thing. I did watch a video, and I'm gonna make a video on this sheet brake, some upgrade stuff you can do to it. But like right now, part of the upgrade is you put on a piece of iron out here so that it extends this out. Gives you more working area, but right now it's helping me out big time that it's not on there. And I think what everybody else did was made theirs a bolt-on. I bent that the wrong way. I did. I bent it the wrong way. No, I did not. I did not. Look. Ta-da! Now I need more bend in that. Stay. Everything else I overbent, and this one I underbent. Pretty darn close. Let's go back over to the other bench. I'm willing to bet we can live with that. And what I'm going to do here is, that's pretty close. We're going to do like this. That gives us a place to cut that off. So now, I need I've lost my mind. I need my mind back. I had some hearing plugs. Anyway, let me get to, so I got that all bent up. Pretty. Kind of sort of looks like that. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm going to have to slice this off, and then I'll make a measurement of what I need up there. And to be honest with you, I'm going to show you this. I did not like, I don't like how this one fits up in here, really, because, get it down there, it fit like that. That's right back where it was. See how big that gap is right there? This steps down on both sides. It steps down to accommodate this panel to go in there, so this will all be flush. And I think what they do is they fill that with seam sealer, and that just rots out because they didn't prime it properly first. But anyway, I want to come on out because you can see right there how big that gap is. So I'm going to grind all this, clean this up real good on both sides. And I'm going to bring that out that extra 1/4 of an inch or so. So I'll be adding about 1/2 inch to that panel right there. And like I said, as I said, you can see how rusted out this thing was. I mean, it was bad all the way across. It actually has, move that out. There's actually a crack in the roof right here. So I'm gonna have to weld that up when we go put the other piece back in. So let me find my hearing protection, some eye protection, and a cutoff wheel. Let me cut this piece off, and then we'll measure it and fit it in there. Give me just a minute and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let me show you what I got accomplished so far. I did clean this up. I just sprayed it with some of that rust primer, not oxygen. It's an acid. That's what it is. It changes the rust. So you can see up in here, we got a little bit of surface rust and whatnot. Sprayed some of it up in there to convert that stuff. We got our all smoothed down. I got my line a little better off there. I got to wipe this thing down a little bit. But yeah, we got her all smoothed down here. Got our patch panel cut down. For my first time, I don't think I did too bad. Yeah, it ain't quite 100%. Angles ain't quite right, you can see. But I can fix that too. I think, maybe. I got a tappety hammer somewhere around here. We'll use this tappety hammer. No, here's the one I'm looking for. I think I can put this on here. You know what else I got? Got these here sheet metaling things. Oh, excuse me, goodness gracious, I sneezed. That didn't make it look ugly. I don't know what did. Maybe this will fit a little better now. It'll work. Okie dokie. Now I got to put some holes in this thing. So that I can tack it up there. And I'm thinking of where in the heck my drill is. It's right over here. This here is that little spot welding drill out thingy. Punch it in the center. This thing, let's use a piece of metal. It's spring loaded, so you just push it. But I took a center punched it, and then I took a small drill bit and started the drill bit in there just to give this thing a nice good center bite. And you just push it on there in that little hole saw. It actually comes off. I can't do it with, but anyway, yeah, they're like that. Got them in Harbor Freight for like $5. So I bought 3 of them, and that one went through this panel with no problem. So now I need my little hole. I use this, and this is a new table, so I don't have anything set up really for drilling holes in it per se. I got a 2x4 around here. Jim Mimit, I'm back. Whatever, I don't know what the heck that, I don't know. Anywho, so we're gonna start by yeah, we have to clean that up. I have to go just every so often. Okie dokie. Got holes punched in here. I'm gonna have to take I'm gonna have to go back and clean those out. I want to, let me use my Sharpie. I gotta mark how far out from each end of this so I can poke a couple holes here and here. Yeah. So we'll put one like right here. And put one right here. And put one right here. One right here. That's not really helping. Let's clean these up. And then I think I want to put one over here also. Okay, let's look at our fitment one more time. Turn you around here. Slipping all that up into there. Oh yeah. That'll work nice. Next thing I believe I'm gonna do is just shoot some primer under there. It'll probably melt off when I weld it, but this is just some self-etching primer. It's not the high heat weld through. I can't find weld through primer. You know, I don't live in a big town, so I live close to a big town. It takes me 20 minutes to get there, but for what it's worth, there you go. Now, I guess we should let that dry. Yeah. Let's give that about 20-30 minutes. Dry up, and then we'll tack this joker in. So let me let this dry up and I'll bring you back. All right, guys, we got everything prepped up. I got the piece set up here in place. Got some channel locks holding it in. You can see where I drilled the holes. This is where we're gonna have to hit the spot welds. She's fitting up pretty nice. Little push here or there and a little tap with a hammer, I think we'll be good to go. So I think we should just go ahead and let's tack this thing in. Let me get my glove on here. I should have one of these. These come in handy when welding anyway. All right. You know what else helps? Turn your welding machine on. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, here we go. No, it didn't like that. I don't think I got a good ground. Or well, more likely, I don't have a good penetration point here. All right, let's try that again. we'll just keep doing this same thing, working it all the way down. It hurts when you burn your hand. Ask me how I know. Skip one here or two. Too tight. What in the tarnation? That one didn't even stick. Alright, well. That primer is definitely not weld through. Okay. Okay. Now. All right. 2 more tacks down here. Alrighty then. We got her tacked in, fellas, ladies. Gotta come back and hit that a little bit. I don't think that one's stuck. But for the most part, she's in there, and I'm not touching it right away because it's warm. Check the other side. Yeah, we got a good burn there, here, there, and here. All right. Now I'm gonna work on this piece here. And while I was waiting on that primer to dry, I kind of took the rest of our piece that was on here and snipped out this piece here to put in right up here. It's kind of weird because this dips back right there for some reason. It just kind of goes whoop back in that corner. Maybe that's just from when they pressed it, I don't know. But somehow I might have to get the die grinder in here and slice this out. And I can just cut right here and up. And then we can just slip this piece right in there. Slip it in, slip it in there, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do next. The other, I don't know what else I've done since y'all been gone, or since I've been gone. I'll give you a quick walk around. We did replace this cab corner. I smeared a little mud on it, little body work and stuff there. Talk about boring. Other than that, I don't know that, I think I showed y'all that last time. I did get this replaced. It was rusted out, so we replaced the rusty parts there. This rocker and everything here was pretty good. I didn't have to really do anything with it. We tore all the dash and everything out, took the windows out, got some rust up in there we got to fix. The floor looks good. I did shoot some primer on it just cause, and it doesn't even look like I did because all the rust and crud that fell out of here from on the top up in here and all that. I don't know if you can see anything up in there. Yeah, you can. But we're getting close to wrapping this interior part up. I got to do the other side. This piece over there. It's not quite as bad. So I'm gonna see if I can get away with not completely disassembling it like this side was. This side was just gone. There was no helping it. So maybe I can get this wrapped up, get this piece done. And that's gonna take me another day or so, probably. Like I say, I appreciate everybody watching. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Please give it a thumbs up, comment. I know I probably didn't do that right. If y'all got any ideas, like I say, I watched Puddin's Fab Shop. He did a Harbor Freight brake like that. He did some cool stuff. I watched a couple other guys. They pretty much did the same thing he did. So that's probably what I'm going to do, just to make it a little stronger, a little better, a little more sturdy. It didn't do bad, guys. I'm happy with the way this came out. We're going to find out when we put a door on there how much beating and banging we got to do to fix it. But like I say, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, give me some love, because I love y'all. I guess, what else? Working on merchandise. If y'all don't know, I'm banging on the microphone. If y'all don't know, my wife, she has an embroidery company. She also does t-shirts, quilts. She does a lot of stuff. Anyway, we're working on merchandise. I've got a person that I would like to try to talk to about setting up a website. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling, squirrel. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to tell your mom and them. And, oh yeah, if you ain't doing something, you ain't doing nothing.